girl.
You know, Aprizzi, like, you've just always been like such a shooter, man. Such a player in this game.
Oh my God, Bryce!
Get your ass out here, boy!
What though started it for you?
Funny enough, I used to watch Dizzy. I saw when he played Apex, and then I watched him play Wraith, and he had the most kills on Wraith. And then I started playing it a lot, and I was like, wait, I'm catching up.
Yeah.
So then I ended up getting like the most kills on Wraith, and then I got #1 Pred.
Yeah. Wow.
And then #1 kills on the game.
Wow.
And then that's when I met you.
Yeah. I'm not trying to focus me inside. He's so bad. The Cal is the worst player. Cal is the worst player. Tell me on you right now. Tell me on you right now.
We just showed up.
We just showed up.
We didn't scrim, we didn't practice. We're just like, hey, tournament this time. We're like, okay.
You're so much better. Oh my God.
Casey, did you play Battle Royales before you jumped into Apex, or was Apex your first BR?
I did play a little bit of other BRs as well prior to Apex, but Apex just had me hooked as soon as I first started playing it. I think Apex just does Battle Royale right, where you just get that dopamine hit like every single time you get that win or you clutch up.
Yeah.
And like no other BR really did that for me, you know?
No.
Apex just hits the nail on the head every time.
You get the adrenaline, I think, from some other BRs. I think that's just the nature of your life's on the line every fight.
Yeah.
But the satisfaction of like hitting a full clip in Apex or getting the right movement, and coming from like MOBAs and hero shooters, I was like, what a perfect combination.
Yeah,
you
it's
know?
that sweet spot.
It was that
Yeah,
sweet
for
spot,
sure.
right?
High five.
I mean, the thing, too, that's interesting about, like, that first season was how it's shifted so much in Apex and, like, the journey of the game. But the journey, I think, is more interesting is how we all got here and how you guys got to Apex as well as content creators. I mean, Daz, I want to start with you on that.
I was just doing a side. I thought I was gonna be an actor, to be honest. I thought I was gonna do musical theater, of all things. And then I put out one guide of teaching people, because everyone always comes by stream, what's your sensitivity? How do you get better, right? They're always asking the same questions. Got like 70,000 views.
Wow.
And I remember the first time I was like, boom, I like this is fun. And hey, accidents happen, in I guess a good way, right?
Got her. Let's go. Jesus, dude.
Candy, I feel like, you know, yours has to be kind of at the beginning, the very beginning.
I feel like your question is like, dude, where were you when Apex dropped?
Yes, where were you?
And there I was, like, I was working at a small independent news agency at the time, just, you know, for my day job.
Yeah.
But I was doing YouTube. I've been doing YouTube since 2015, and I jumped through different games, and I saw Apex drop, and I was like, dude, I just had this gut feeling that, like, this is my chance.
I see a guy.
Oh my God! Nice, sweet dreams. FA gonna be dead, man. That's gonna be the duo of E8 now gone. Well played.
Wig, I feel like your vocal cords at the end of a LAN or at the end of the day. Sometimes you're streaming and I'm like, how are you still streaming? It's this time of night and you just did it all day yesterday. But I feel like that's now iconic, it's synonymous with your brand.
The way I view it is I love Apex. It's something that I'm passionate about. And the fact that I get to do something that, like, the life I live is, I'm very lucky to live, right? Playing a video game or watching video games and being able to make a career out of it is insane. Like, that is something that, like, my dad couldn't even fathom when I first started it. That's how crazy it is, right? So no matter what scale of or level it is of doing that as a career, I will never go back. So, like, people are like, dude, how are you shooting 13 hours a day? Because no one's taking my job and I'm not going back.
Right.
And also, I love this.
Yeah.
Like, the fact that I can literally go to my chat and see people there and talk to people on a day-to-day basis, there's nothing more gratifying.
Oh, I'm different, I'm her.
All I wanted to do was just to, like, share my love of video games and be myself and make connections with people. So, you know, like, I'm just hanging out with my friends. Like, I want it to be casual. I don't necessarily feel like I am the best at the game, and I don't have to be. I just think I have to be myself and crack jokes and clown around and just have a good time.
Here are your top 12 players to watch heading into the biggest ALGS event in history. Hey, I'm Vicky. It's been a while, and I'll be your guide through the players and storylines you need to know before the action kicks off in Sapporo, Japan. From Japan's hometown heroes, ready to prove themselves on the world stage in front of a passionate home crowd, newcomers shaking up the meta, and veterans battling to reclaim their throne, this lineup is packed with narratives guaranteed to keep you invested in every moment. Phony. It's been all change for Phony since the ALGS Split 2 playoffs in Mannheim, Germany. Less than a week after winning the playoffs, Space Asian Gaming parted ways with the team, with Phony also leaving Zainu and Koifel. Never before in Apex Legends history has a team broken up directly after winning a LAN trophy. Despite his success, options in North America were few and far between for Phony. He moved regions, linking up with Jesco and Legacy on Guild Esports to ensure that he can compete at the ALGS Championship in Sapporo. With a third-place finish in the recent BLGS, Phony has proved that he could be a top IGL in the APAC South region and heads to Japan with a point to prove to his former teammates and the entire ALGS community. Sangju. Another ALGS champion who has a lot to prove is Sangju, now of Crazy Raccoon. Despite winning the ALGS Split 1 playoffs in Los Angeles and becoming the first South Korean team to take home a LAN trophy in the process, the former Reject Winity roster failed to qualify for the second LAN of ALGS Year 4. However, it was a close run with the Split 1 playoff champions falling just a single place short of the cutoff in APAC North Pro League. Despite that, their Split 1 playoff win earned them enough playoff points to directly qualify to the ALGS Championship, giving Sangjun, Ubli, and new teammate Juzna the chance of a second trophy this season. They are in fantastic form too, after winning the APAC North BLGS Regional Finals. After replacing the departing Yanya with Cholos Lasers Kuriv, Team Liquid also won their region of the BLGS. They closed out the Americas Regional Finals in a swift 7 games.
Yes, I'm dead! T-Law wins! T-Law wins!
Kuriv has the weight of South America on his shoulders, but has adapted to his new team fantastically well, with the BLGS showing a glimpse of what this team is capable of. Liquid experimented with all 3 of their players, trying the crucial IGL role. They settled on Hanguades taking the reins, and this seems to be working incredibly well for the roster, with Kuriv coming into his own in a support role. Kuriv has yet to make the finals of an ALGS LAN in his career. Can he inspire the next generation of South American Apex Legends competitors with a strong performance at the biggest ALGS event to date? Unlucky has relished the opportunity handed to him by Alliance, quickly establishing himself as one of the best fraggers not just in the EMEA region, but anywhere in the world. Unlucky's partnership with Effect has been clinical. Together, their aggression is enough to overwhelm any team, carefully guided by the immense experience of their IGL hockeys. The duo finished first and second in Split 2 Pro League kills, with Effect ranking up 77 and Unlucky with 63. Unlucky carried his killer instinct though to the Split 2 playoffs, where he notched up 73 kills, the second most kills of any player and just 1 kill behind kill leader Waltzy. Alliance and Unlucky fell just short in Mannheim, Germany, and also finished narrowly second in the EMEA BLGS Regional Finals. Leaving Hanguades and Uzul after almost 3 years together was a big throw of the dice from Yanya. Despite lots of success, the 21-year-old from Mexico felt like it was time for a new challenge. Since joining up with the Lone Sharks, Yanya rediscovered his dazzling best, starting by winning their first ever tournament together and following up with second in the Americas BLGS Regional Finals. Now heading to Sapporo, Japan for champs, Yanya could be the decisive factor for the Lone Sharks. Joining Dropped, Knocked, and Coach Raven gives Yanya teammates with huge experience of performing on the biggest stage in the ALGS. The question is, will his gamble pay off? Meltstera, like the other Japanese players competing at the ALGS Championship, will get to experience a home crowd for the first time when the action kicks off in Sapporo. The hometown hero and his Fnatic teammates are always well supported no matter where they are in the world, but will be backed by a hugely passionate set of home fans across the 5 days of the event. This will also be the first ALGS LAN since Meltstera rejoined Fnatic in place of Sasuke after parting ways with the team after the last ALGS Championship in November of 2023. He returned to Fnatic as somewhat of a missing piece. helping to provide a much more stable base to their fighting as the anchor of the team. He never truly found his best away from Fnatic, but now he is back home. His performances across the BLGS where Fnatic finished third point to him and Fnatic rediscovering form ahead of the tournament in Japan. Libo-Ace may be a name unfamiliar to a lot of ALGS fans, with this ALGS championship being his LAN debut in the game. However, if he carries his recent performances into Sapporo, Japan, he will absolutely have a debut to remember. Alongside Meteor, he has been on fire in the build-up to this event. Meteor won the APAC North LCQ and then took second in the recent BLGS. They are lethal in a match point format, in no small part down to the performances of Libo-Ace. He is an outstanding fragger, one of few in that role still using mouse and keyboard. His mastery of exactly how much risk to take when fighting helps him turn out consistent kills. He racked up a huge 18 kills in the BLGS regional finals. As long as he can see off the first LAN nerves, he will be a lethal force when action gets underway in the ALGS Championship. While each of the BLGS regional finals featured almost all of the teams qualified for the ALGS Championship, there were a couple of teams that did miss out. One of those absentees was Gaming Gladiators, who struggled across the BLGS. This was a big surprise, with the Gladiators looking like one of the best teams in Mannheim, Germany, and falling just short of taking the title, finishing second with the most points in the lobby. That means Blast and his teammates Lufka and Light are headed to Japan with a serious point to prove. No longer considered amongst the title contenders after their BLGS performance, could the reduced pressure and expectation actually help the Gaming Gladiators play with a little bit more freedom? They have proven experience at LAN. If Blast can help the team get going, their BLGS struggles could quickly become ancient history. JMW is no stranger to LAN success. Having won the title in Stockholm, Sweden back in 2022, he hasn't reached those heights since then, not making a LAN finals lobby during ALGS Year 3 and then failing to qualify for either of the playoff events this season. However, since joining Synetic and Nags on FaZe Clan, he seems to be taking steps to get back to his best. With a champ's place not secured, JMW instantly made an impact with his new team, who benefited from his experience in the anchor role. This helped them comfortably finish first in the Last Chance qualifier, and since then, JMW and FaZe have continued to perform well, coming in 6th in the BLGS regional finals. There still aren't that many players with LAN winning experience in the ALGS, and JMW's experience could prove crucial to help FaZe deliver a championship trophy in Sapporo. Now onto the CEO of Apex, whose performance in Mannheim, Germany would have seen him hold in front of the board to explain himself. Team Falcons really struggled in the finals lobby, finishing rock bottom in 20th place. For any team, that would be a disappointment, but for the so-called super team of Apex Legends to perform to that level was a huge surprise. However, that does not take away from the quality that Imperial Hal and Team Falcons have. You don't win the countless ALGS events, including multiple LANs, by accident. Imperial Hal is still one of the best players to ever grace the game, and he has a track record of proving doubters wrong. Nonetheless, it was certainly a big risk for Imperial Hal to join up with Team Falcons after having such consistent success with TSM for over 4 years. There is huge pressure on the self-described CEO to help drive Team Falcons onto their first LAN win together. Changes have been made at Team Falcons in the aftermath of that poor result in Germany. Falcons choose to bring in Moist Esports Waltzy, who replaced Jen Burden. Can that reshuffle catalyze a revival for Team Falcons and get the CEO back on track? Dreamfire is another team that is always well supported no matter where in the world they compete, but will no doubt have an even larger following with the ALGS holding a live competition in Asia for the first time in the competition's history. Dreamfire had a very poor start to the 4th year of the ALGS, and as a result made several changes to their roster after missing the Split 1 playoffs in Los Angeles. One of their additions was young gun I Hate the World, who has helped Dreamfire steadily improve. In particular, his fragging power and his hyper-aggressive playstyle has made Dreamfire a very big threat in any lobby, capable of going toe-to-toe with anyone they come up against in a fight. After qualifying from the APAC South Pro League in Mannheim, Germany, they finished in a respectable 13th place. Now, heading into the ALGS Championship, this team has significantly more experience playing together and competing on the global stage. JR has been on a dramatic journey so far in this year's ALGS competition, starting the year as just a rank grinder with no competitive experience to being acknowledged by Chinese fans as one of the best mechanical players in the country. However, perhaps even more notable is the approach of his team X and Y in regards to roster shuffling. The usual post-event ALGS roster mania sees teams all over change players seemingly at will. However, X and Y have committed to not making roster changes and see their team not as colleagues, but as a band of brothers. This is becoming rarer and rarer in the ALGS with so many long-term teams and pairings parting ways over the last year. Their chemistry has attracted the attention of Source Gaming, who have signed the roster ahead of the event. Chemistry can be a hugely underrated aspect of success in Apex Legends, and this unity and the risk of being dropped after the event not hanging over the likes of JR could be a secret weapon for Source X and Y to become the first Chinese team to win an ALGS LAN title. Those are our top 12 players to watch heading into the ALGS Championships in Sapporo, Japan. Whether you're rooting for the rising stars, the returning champions, or the underdogs looking to defy the odds, this year's champs is shaping up to be one for the history books. Let us know in the comments below which players you're most excited to watch. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss any of our ALGS coverage, breakdowns, and updates across all of our socials. The stage is set, the players are ready, and the only question left is, who will rise to the top? See you in Sapporo.
Sir, I think my prime is now. I realized I had more value as a player than what I originally thought. Like, this meta right now is literally made for me.
Over now to JSA, of course, our favorite. More than likely going into this one already in early.
First started playing, yeah, I think we were winning like everything. I think there was a period in Celeste, we won like 4 weeks in a row and the finals.
JSA, your first victors here.
Gave me the confidence I needed, and I knew that I could aim for something higher.
We watched Cresta in the Oversight Women's Series literally last week, and Cresta might be one of the best players I've ever watched come out of that Oversight Women's Series, for sure.
Making history in a game in general is just amazing, but doing it with people that you love and with so much doubt around you is just a different kind of feeling of domination.
So tell us a little about yourself.
I'm Sally Nono and I'm from Germany.
Hello, my name is Yosaki and I'm from Finland.
My name is Janie and I'm from Ontario, Canada.
Hi everyone, my name is Bella Reid. I am currently in Dubai, but I don't live in Dubai, I live in the Netherlands.
Hello, my name is MV, known as YMV in the Apex community, and I come from the women's competitive team called Insomnia.
How did you get into Apex Legends?
I started Apex Legends first day when it came out, actually. One of my friends showed it to me and it was COVID, so escapism. It was really easy to no-life the game.
I started playing Apex pretty much since it came out. I started playing at the end of Season 1.
I started playing Apex about a week after it came out, and I started playing on Xbox.
I started playing Apex early Season 5, late Season 4, where on a random day I decided I wanted to try out a new game, and I came across Apex Legends.
I first joined Apex right after Hyperscape service shut down, but I joined a better VR game right after called Apex Legends.
How did you find out about Women's Comp?
I found out about Women's Comp because I played in a tournament once by His and Hers. It was a kill race, and that was my first ever tournament I won. After getting a taste of winning one tournament, I just wanted to see where I can compete next.
When I was just starting out ranked and meeting new friends, I met a girl who told me there's this one women's only duo tournament, and that's the first ever women's comp related tournament / event I've played in, and I've been playing pretty much since then.
His and Hers used to do Juka Bowls, and then I came with them to the idea of women's tournaments, and then there was a duos tourney hosted a couple years ago, but I'm not sure if that was like the first one or anything. But that's how women's comp in the Apex scene started getting a little bit bigger.
When I hit Masters for the first time, I decided that I wanted it again. I wanted more. So I started playing more ranked. I started meeting new people. I eventually decided to join my first ever tournament after watching ALGS. I remember looking at ALGS and thinking I wanted to be on that stage.
I joined women's comp with my old teammates Mimiski and SarXO.
What are some of your favorite moments from women's comp?
My favorite moments in women's comp and comp in general are the moments where the ring is getting smaller and smaller and you're there with at least 8 teams and you gotta hold your position. It's, I don't know, it gets my blood flowing.
Oh my god!
My favorite moment was when we were using Valkyrie's ultimate to get into a spot, and just as we launched into the air, a full team walked around the corner.
Come to me, I guess.
This is so depressing, dude.
What?
What? I'm done, bro. I'm done with this game.
Wait, you're still with us?
Yeah.
Oh my god! Left here.
What made it more hilarious was that we were already down points before that, so the timing was just so unlucky.
One of my favorite moments was obviously when my whole team got signed, Ava and Sabs. That was pretty cool, being the first signed team. But also it was tier 1 team as well. And then I think my favorite experience was probably when I won Queen's Cup finals with Maxine and Ava. I think after I got let go from my other team, winning after all that and like picking myself up off the ground was very nice to win.
My favorite memory of women's comp that I have 2. The first one is laughing constantly with my teammates Insomnia, Juliantic, and Celine 2K. My second favorite memory is winning the Oversight 10K tournament hosted by Minus Tempo. Shout out to him. And winning that just felt amazing and one of the highlights of my competitive career so far.
How do you think women's comp could grow in the future?
For the future of women's comp, I just wish that they continue to make tournaments for women. And I wish to see a lot of girls also compete in ALGS. That would be really nice.
I really hope women's comp will grow and get the attention it needs in the future. There's so many talented girls in the scene, and I really hope all of them get a chance to shine.
Making it a separate scene and giving it a lot of attention and support is personally what I believe could help grow the scene.
One thing I would say to make Apex grow in the future, specifically women's comp, would be more console girlies joining. I love console players, we all love console players. I came from console, so I'm a huge advocate for more console players to join the scene. And from what I did from switching to being one of the few teams to dominate the scene, if I can do it, you guys can too. So.
TSM on the precipice, surely they're going to take the win, unless it's a massive moment from this last player. I don't even know who they are. It's crazy, but TSM finds their own business and come through such a tight end game as victorious.
Wait, moving forward. One. To the left. One. I killed one. I'm swinging.
Nice. I'm behind you.
Oh my god.
They're weak. So weak.
That one down.
Play now. No.
Oh, we won!
They're resing here. I'm gonna go down there if we can. We have to push this. I'm pushing this. One left. Dead. You're good.
No, he's not. You win it, baby. Please. You win it.
Let's go!
So much better.
Not one. We're good. One fight.
You're not as low.
Apple 2. Dead. Oh my god, let me go.
Oh my
Watch it. Yeah, watching turret.
Bring him cracked, get aggressive,
100 on cat, 100 on cat. I killed one. One more, last one. That's last one, nice.
Getting us off.
Swing out. I killed one. Nice.
Of all of that, and Death's last one up. Again, RE45 in hand. This weapon can work miracles, but can it pull it off? Yes! The near go down as Desu gets the shield swap, and Flawless are still in this.
Almost flash. I don't have any more light ammo. Got her. Go one. Let's go. Go, baby.
Right here.
Come on.
Right here. That's push. Oh my god, let's go.
Hello?
Cracked one. Dead. Lost. Dead. GG's. Oh my god, how are you so good? How?
Wait, you what?
How are you so good?
You what?
I've had moments, even in just streams here and there, that make me feel like there's nothing like Apex's gameplay experience. What are the moments for you guys that stand out? Even just recently, those freaking grenades that you threw.
Last one's right here, Horizon. Jeez. You have angles? Yeah. Oh, I stuck him!
I was the first person on PC to get the 100,000 kills.
Wow.
And that was before private lobbies or anything like that. So I just told everyone in my chat, I'm like, all right, Q. And then I only needed one more kill. I made sure I only needed one kill. We all landed in,
Refinery? Yeah, I remember that.
We all landed in a refinery. Everyone got in a circle, and we put Watson traps to make a boxing fight.
No way.
And it ended up 1v1ing, I think, my wife.
What?
For the 100,000 kills.
That's so cool.
That's so wild.
All right, I'm gonna tell you about a time when I knew I was that girl. Okay, so I was on World's Edge. Okay, City Girls Up, of course. I was playing Loba, and you know, a hot drop in the city is like something else. You know, it's like the jungle.
Yes.
You're fighting for a gun, you get a P20, you're like, what do I do? So, you know, someone's got a PK, he's coming at my back. I flip around, bop. I'm her. His boy comes around the corner, PK, 2-pump, done, okay? The final teammate comes, you know, we battle it out. It's a 1v1, we're crouching, we're jumping, we're sliding, all kinds of stuff, but I finished full squad wipe, 1v3. I was like, dang, I really did that. Like, you know, I had to just give myself a pat on the back after that one.
Like a week ago, I had a game where Kasha and I were duo queuing, and we got a level 7. He's like, yeah, I haven't played this game in years. Like, I'm just trying to hop in and see like what the game's about, right? Yeah. And so we're like, okay, like, you know, we'll help you. And so we're helping him like play the game, everything, and he's asking us like, is this gun good? Is this gun good? Like, what's the best gun right now? And we're like, oh, pick up the Mozambiques.
Right.
And so we get into a fight. He 1v3s and goes, dang, these things are busted.
It was like a 2v3.
It was like a 30-30 repeater you had or something.
Yeah,
Too,
and
right?
it was on Storm Point, right?
Yes, I remember that.
With the 2X.
Yeah.
And everyone thought I was controller because I hit all my shots from the horizon going up.
Wait, I should know that perfectly.
Yeah, I actually had the flu.
That's what it was as well.
There's a basketball player that had like a flu game.
Jordan game 6.
Jordan had a flu game, and that was my flu game right there.
So funny.
Next.
Casey, what about you?
I was on the front page of Twitch for, I believe it was for AAPI month, Asian American and Pacific Islander month, and that was my first time holding thousands of viewers.
Wow.
And I remember like all odds were against us. It was down to like the last few games, I believe. I just needed like one good game and I like was there, you know, to hit masters. And the last game, we kept throwing respawn beacons down as like cover, and it was down to like the last 3 squads. And we kept knocking and finishing the opposing team,
oh my God,
like right across from us. But they also had a crypto, so they kept respawning their teammates with the beacons that we kept putting down. Yeah, and like they were close enough to them to where they could just drop right onto their stuff and reset again.
DIY 3 strikes.
we were able to like farm, you know, KP off of them, but like at what cost, you know?
Is that ethical?
We ended up winning the game. I ended up hitting Masters in that game, in that stream, and it was just like, it was really cool to see. I was on the front page being the representation I've always wanted to see, and it was just one of those moments where it just, you know, core memory for me.
Yeah. What about you, Candy?
Dude, I do some really degenerate stuff, man. Like back in the early days, you could fool players, because everyone was new. You could trick people to doing certain things or to not notice you. I literally just stood on top of a care package, like in the beam of light, I just stood there with a hollow spray in front of me. And a team like walked up and like looted the box. I had no idea I was there. I was like, this can't be real.
This can't be happening.
So I did it a couple times. It consistently worked. And like, they didn't see me. It just, I couldn't believe it.
It worked!
Not even enough to rub together. Unbelievable.
I think all of you in different ways have had senses of, I'm going to be unabashedly me and do what I feel is best. And I don't know, where do you think that comes from?
I think for me, it's more of like a be yourself, and then if something happens through that, you'll be okay no matter what, because you're still happy with who you are. That's part of like the maturing as a content creator. You're always gonna compare yourself, and you're always gonna look at numbers and then be like, that guy's doing better than me, I need to do better. But once you grow out of that and you can really start to sit back and realize, it doesn't really matter how good that person's doing,
right.
I'm still doing good too. You really can start to blossom and like feel how blessed you are, like in the life that you have. Like that's for me, like the main thing.
Can they do it? FaZe! Let's go! Let's go!
Apex has really become a huge part of my life. I mean, you know, it's not gonna be happy-go-lucky always.
No.
You know, there's gonna be some frustrating times. But I don't know, for me, even like when I'm angry and raging at the game, it makes my community laugh. So I'm like, as long as you guys are enjoying it, like I'll keep going.
Yeah.
I'm coming.
If there was a mission statement for kind of what you want in your community, like what you try to do out there in the world with Apex and in your streams and your content, what is it?
More inclusivity, I think, being nice, no matter if someone's a really good player or a really bad player, like just staying kind and staying grateful and staying good to people, because at the end of the day, we're all human beings, whether we're rank 1 or rank 9.
Oh, damn! Was this about being nice?
Rank bronze 5.
Rank 1 or rank none?
That's insane, dude.
What's next? What's next for you? What's next for Apex in your mind? As we look in the past 5 years of where we've been, what do you see in the next 5 years for yourself and where we're going?
I think just representation, you know, putting on for the minority girls out here, continuing to collaborate and like build the communities together and continue to grow, you know, Apex on top.
That's right.
I still enjoy playing it every day. Whatever updates come out, new characters, new guns and all that, new maps. I try playing other games and the movement, and just like gunplay and all that. They got it perfect. They got it perfect. That's why I don't want them to ever change. No gunplay, no movement. And everything else is just added on top. It's not just the game, it's the world building they've done, the stories they're telling, the amount of lore they just packed in there. For me personally, I'm gonna continue trying to sort of push the boundaries with, let's call it like alternative gameplay, you know, just doing goofy things and trying different experiments.
There's still so much to do. I know we're how many years in? 5 years into Apex. But I still think there's a lot more coming.
It's been 5 years. We're excited for the next 5.
Yeah,
and,
absolutely,
yeah, let's, you know, hopefully in, 5 years we sit down again and we have a lot more stories to tell.
So, yeah.
ごめん、俺。
やべっとじゃない、2クリプトのナイス。
Hello Apex friends, fans and family the world around. We're about to announce the next portion of the day here at the ALGS Championships for Day 3. But before that, I want to get the crowd involved. Let's talk to the people here in the dome. 皆様、札幌の皆様、いかがでしょうか？いや、まだまだ。もう一回行きましょう。札幌の皆様、いかがでしょうか？本日のこれからはショーマッチが行われます。24人の日本と世界からの特別なゲストの方々が参加してくださってます。とても面白くなりそうです。お手並み拝見というところですよね。すんごいゲストの方々がいらっしゃってまして、すごい自己紹介いたします。ですね、進撃の巨人、もしかしたら皆様聞いたことがありますよね。リードボーカルのマー様とギターの翔平がいらっしゃってまして、大きな拍手をお願いします。そしてゲーミングチームムラッシュゲーミングの持ち主でございまして、 YouTube やニコニコ動画で大人気中日加藤様、大きな拍手で、ファッションモデルでエンターテイナーとアナウンスをしてくださいまして、 YouTube で50万以上のサブスクライバーは持っていらっしゃってます。飛鳥吉島様でございます。大きな拍手をお願いします。はい、そしては英語に訳します。お願いします。
We've watched the pros, but now the real competition starts. We are here for the Creator Showdown. Now, the skills may be a little bit questionable, but this is the main stage, so they are going to show us what they're made of. We have the broadcast talent, we have creators, and we have many wonderful people from the audience playing as well. What do you think, Ryan?
It's going to be absolutely incredible. I can't wait to get this one underway. Let's find out from the crowd one more time. ショーマッチが始まりますので、ご覧になりたい方、大きな拍手をお願いします。And that is that. I think with that we can.
Let's get this thing started.
Thanks so much, Lace and Ryan, for getting us kicked off here at the Sapporo Showdown. Now, everybody at home, if you're wondering exactly what's going on, we're switching things up a little bit here at Champs, okay? It was serious this morning, and we're switching to a little bit more fun. As you guys heard, we've got so many people behind us on the stage getting ready to get into completely different game modes, and we're going to see how they hold their own. So if you're wondering what those game modes are, let's break that down just a little bit. It's going to be nothing like you've seen on a Champs stage before. We're going to be starting things off with two modes. First, Launch Royale, okay? You're going to be a solo in this one. You're going to be getting 3 points per kill, and then your placement will also matter. Same points as ALGS placement though, and then you can get up to 121 points per match. Then we're going to switch it up. You're not solo anymore, switching it to TDM. Now it's 12v12 teams of our players up there on the stage. You only get 1 point per kill. Obviously, placement doesn't matter. It's just a slaughter fest up to 149 points. So like I said, this is not your stereotypical Apex Legends. And of course, I've got Dia and Jayhawk up here with me. We're going to be casting all of the action as it goes down. Dia, are you excited for this?
I am. I'm really excited to swap some maps around as well. Launch Royale is really exciting to me because it takes me back to
when I started playing Apex, and of course big TDM is just going to be a mess. It's going to be a mess for all of us, for everyone on stage. We're going to be starting off Launch Royale on Kings Canyon, so an oldie and a goodie, Jayhawk.
Absolutely, and if anyone remembers the old Kings Canyon, we have Skulltown, my favorite.
Yes.
And I'm so excited to see all these teams there. I'm also very excited to see them back on World's Edge. But I will say, these TDMs, I'm a little worried about the team that has to go against Graceful because, I mean, he's a pro. That's all I'm saying.
Well, I mean, it's definitely Gaskin, Onset, and Vicky. They're going to have to be going up against Graceful, so we'll have to see how they can hold her. And you were talking about Skulltown. You get a full TDM in Skulltown.
I really hope there's some contests, because if you guys know there's anything about me, I love contesting. And I know there's solos, but I want blood early in the game. I don't care if we're solo. I want people to have the gall, the chutzpah, to go to Skulltown and duel it out.
This is the moment for it.
I think they will. Honestly, if there's one thing in the show match that you don't need to worry about, it's people who want to find some clips.
I hope so.
Yeah.
I'm sure that our co-casters have been waiting a very long time for this, but before we get into the action, we want to check in with some of our amazing creators that we have here as well, and I believe we have Ryan standing by with an interview.
飛鳥木島さんと一緒に今いまして、この場にいられてどういう気持ちを持ちますか？
そうですね、初めての日本開催の ALGS ということで、そこにエキシビジョンマッチのゲストとして出られることができて本当に幸せです。はい。
とても素晴らしいことですよね。で、このショーマッチに関しては、ちょっとドキドキとか緊張感はいかがでしょうか？
そうですね、この会場に着いてから思ったより会場がすごく大きくって、その会場の広さに今圧倒されてちょっとドキドキしてるんですけど、楽しみながら頑張りたいと思います。はい。
で、最後にゲームを人生の中でゲームを見つけてから自分の人生はどう変わったんですか？
そうですね、仲間がすごくたくさん増えました。大人になってから友達を作るって私の中ではちょっと難しいことなんですけど、ゲームを通していろいろな仲間ができて、この ALGS も私たちの友達がたくさん見てくれてるので、はい、頑張りたいと思います。
試合をぜひ頑張ってください。So that's Asuka Kajima, a model, entertainer, YouTuber. She does it all. And of course, gaming has changed her life, allowed her to influence her social circles, meet some amazing friends that are in her life. And now it is something that is just going to be a part of her memories forever. Thank you guys for tuning in. And now it's over to Lace. Who have you got for us?
Yes, I am here with Jumba, creator extraordinaire. Now, basically, you're so used to being behind the casting desk or behind the screen, right? Are you more nervous behind this booth or behind the casting desk?
Oh, nervous in neither. I have waited my entire life to be here in this moment to compete on a LAN stage, so I'm ice cold. I'm ready for this.
He's locked in, ready to go. Now, we're obviously here in the Creator Showdown. What are you trying to achieve today?
You know, two things I would say. Simple one, have fun. You know, and then the second is simple, do better than dunk. That's the only two things I'm here to achieve today.
You know what, I'm gonna have to back that up. Just having fun and do better than dunk. But Jumba, I wish you the best of luck in this. I know you got all your settings ready, but let's get this thing rolling. Sit down, have fun, and back to you guys at the caster desk.
All right, looks like Jumba was looking pretty confident. I didn't exactly catch what he was saying, but I know he's somebody that you want to talk about. We've got Jumba, Dunk, and Graceful all in one booth over there on the stage. Caster bias? Good or bad caster bias here?
Jumba competed in BLGS, and I coached his team for the final weekend because they needed the help, okay? And the one thing they were just terrible at doing is reading zones, so I think he's going to be so lost in this lobby. He has no clue where he's going. I kept telling him to take ring console, and they just refused to do it. So we'll see what happens. I think he's going to be out in Storm wandering, you know, and potentially fall.
He warned me about you, by the way.
He did. He warned me as well.
He said that you were going to talk some smack. So.
Well, I can pull up the VODs of this moment. They literally said, sorry, Jay, we're not going to take the ring console, walked out of the POI it ended on and died. So I am not holding any bars.
So we're going to have to be keeping our eyes on this. See if he's living up to your expectations or not, surpassing them perhaps. Yeah. We'll see.
They're very low, so
we'll see. The bar is just step overable. Well, listen, we've got an entire showdown to go. Before we get into the showdown, though, we've got a little bit of a sneak peek for all of you at home. So let's see exactly what Season 24 has in store.
wait a minute, get it how you live it. 10 toes in when we standing on business. I'm a big stepper, underground methods, top notch. Get them news, nothing less on. I think that your errors. Pushing country, baby, got that project you can measure. Then we gon' cut them out. My barber got me looking. Getting ready on that top grade. You ain't walking out alive. You're Romeo. They ask me how you be like this. How you live like this? Yeah, swerving. Moving to the money like it's urgent. Hands on God, so I'm in it like a surgeon. Only thing I'm breaking is her back with a boom. Yeah, baby, go bring out the goodies. Stuck it inside the hoodie. Now we turn it up to boogie. It's cool, I used to fight the bullies. Now I'm fighting in the dark. Guess some things don't leave me fully. They try and push me, then they try and pull me. Better when I budge. If you die, then this come my pussy. What you think this is? We ain't worried about it. Watch this girl know when they ask me how you be like this. What you think this is? We ain't worried about it. Watch this girl know when they ask me how you be like this. How you live like this? 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 How you live like this?
Well, that was my first